Hey, good afternoon. We have ourselves some Linkin Park. Some Linkin Park. Man, okay, so this one is going out to Surfin' NSB 151. This one's for you, buddy. And I've had a lot of different people recommending that I get into this bandwagon. And I was planning on doing this song today. Went to work, saw a guy with a Linkin Park on his shirt at work. And I said, hey, I'm actually going to be doing a reaction tonight on Linkin Park. And he kind of told me that the lead singer of the group's passed away. And so I guess he died 4 or 5 years ago, and now there's no more Linkin Park. And so the only Linkin Park song that I've listened to so far is not from the original singer, I learned, but it was the Lose Yourself cover of Eminem. Really, really great version, by the way. I'm surprised I didn't go right back on a Linkin Park after listening to that, but I cannot ignore it any longer. Let's go. Let's get this going. Here we go. Cool visuals.
It starts with one thing. I don't.
Kind of an Eminem wannabe, but he definitely's got the M look. I'm kind of wondering if he's trying to go there. But let's go on.
It starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Oh, wait, now, is he the main singer or is the other guy the main singer, the Eminem guy? I'll just kind of go as we go. I'm a little lost already out the gate on who is the main dude of Linkin Park. Because they had the one song, Lose Yourself, which wasn't the normal dude. And then we got the Eminem dude. And now we got this guy. So kind of wondering, I'll figure out the players as I make my way through this here. But it's all new to me, guys.
It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside. Even though
Dude, I'm liking the two vocalists here laying down the vocals on top of one another is almost like a lead background approach in a way. Like they're almost kind of like two leads coming out with this here. Pretty cool. I'm liking the beat. I'm liking the sound so far. Time does fly. Wow, super fast. Super fast. And it's funny, you know, my youngest is going to school for EMT, and he was studying and studying and studying and studying and studying. And in the end, no matter how hard you try, sometimes your investment doesn't always yield the same outcome that you would expect it would, right? And he ended up getting like a passing grade. It was like a 78. And he's going, oh, passing grade was 75, and I just narrowly made it. It's like, hey, you passed. But it's kind of funny. But time, man, takes no prisoners. Look at this. Look at this. I was rocking the mullet, all those kinds of things years ago, and boom. Don't blink. Trust me. Sorry, I'm a bird, you know, just kind of.
to the end of the day, the clock takes life away. It's so unreal.
That's unreal.
Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard.
Wow. So yeah, so spent all this time watching you go, right? And just that dynamic of how long how much of your precious life is going to be wasted with the wrong person that you're going to have to just prolong and postpone the inevitable breaking of a bad relationship and getting that person out of your life. Yeah. And the time does fly quickly. So, you know, if you feel like you just got a dead end relationship that's abusive or whatever, and you need to get out, don't waste your precious time on a losing prospect, right? It's not worth it.
I kept everything inside.
Although I guess I should throw in there's room for grace, there's room for patience, there's room for long suffering, there's room for love, there's room for hope. But when you know that those attributes aren't going to be reciprocated in a way that is worthwhile of your investment in time and energy, it's a tough place to be.
I didn't even know I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Okay, so first of all, okay, who's the lead vocalist here? I'm just lost. I'm guessing he is the guy on this guy here. But the other guy's got he's got the chorus and he's kind of, I don't know, front and center in a way. But anyways, wow. This is, I was expecting rap for some reason. And yeah, I guess that there's elements of that here. But this is just like a normal rock and roll band. I mean, it's just like normal rock for the most part, with a twist of hip hop, scattering of rap, but it's mostly just a really cool sound of the electric guitar and the drums and the bass. It's just like, this is like rock the house kind of music. I like it. Let's go.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard.
It's hard to really pour out some nuggets of tidbits here, because this is an awful place to be, where you're really spinning your wheels on a situation that's not going to go anywhere. You know who I'm talking about, and if that's you, it's like, what more are you waiting for? Now, I don't like to, when it comes to marriage, I think in my mind, marriage is always difficult, but it's always such an incredible blessing too. And I believe that marriage is something to be fought for, to be hung on to. And I don't want to throw in a big but or however, but if you do find yourself in a situation where you're in an abusive relationship or something like this is something you need to not delay much longer and invest your time in something more healthy, right, than this. Boy, I mean, I look at my own parents, and then I look at my own marriage, and look, I don't think any marriage out there is going to be perfect. You're going to have just two different worlds colliding, and you're going to have to deal with it and all that kind of thing. But man, if you are in the premarital stage of where you're just kind of with this boyfriend or girlfriend and they don't treat you well, they're filled with their own egos of how they can serve themselves and this kind of thing, it's like, why? Look at, like he's singing, it's like, this is going to be a memory of me looking back and all the wasted time that I had. And you can't get that time back. And like I said, you want to see how fast time flies? Have some kids. And if you don't have kids and you're going to have them soon, and people tell you that your life's going to change, you will never realize how exponentially true that statement is. And there's nothing like kids to remind you on how quickly time flies.
Thing inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard
I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you.
That's rough. Look, we got two really solid vocalists here. So if one of them sadly passed away, which I think is the blonde dude, right, from what my buddy's telling me at work, it's like they got some skills, man. I mean, like, both vocalists are rock solid. I'm kind of surprised why they didn't just carry on. It's just so sad.
Pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Wow. I love the visuals. Wow. I mean, what's with the flying whale? It's just, I'm tripping. Okay, I'll accept it. All right, so when it's kind of a sensitive topic, but I'll explain it anyway. Story time. You will, or I did at least, when you're in a relationship or a friendship, for that matter, for a very long time, the dynamics of mistreatment, abuse, narcissism, sociopathy, whatever the dynamic that you're encountering, it's the frog in the boiling water, basically, you know? Put the frog in the water, it's chilling, having a cool all time, slowly raise the heat and realizes he gets boiled to death. And didn't even see it coming, right? Are you that frog in the water? Have you abruptly found yourself going, wait a minute, this is not the destination that we departed from those many years ago. Started there in the land of enchantment, and here we are in the land of pain and suffering, emotionally, whatever. Maybe time to hop out of the water and find yourself another lily pad, right? Because you're, as much as you may be trying to keep that relationship going, is it really meant to be? And why? Ask yourself, just do me a favor, real quick one, just real quick. If you find yourself in a relationship you've been trying so hard to fix that's been abusive, aside from keeping the kids and family together and all that kind of thing, and I'm not condoning divorce or any that kind of thing, but I'm just talking about these just relationships that may be easier to get out of than a marriage. Why? Here's my question to you. Why are you hanging on so desperately? Why? What is the prize? So try, forgive, be long-suffering, patient, graceful, loving, all of those things. But if you got someone that just wants out, or is just daring you to because of the way they treat you, maybe time to hop. Take care.